Most people believe that being warm, kind, and agreeable will automatically earn them respect. And kindness does have power, when it comes from someone who is grounded, confident, and hard to shake. But most people fall into a trap. They confuse being kind with being compliant. They smile while ignoring their own boundaries, say yes when they mean no, and try so hard to be liked that they end up invisible. People don't disrespect you because you're gentle. They disrespect you when your gentleness isn't backed by strength. Real respect comes from something deeper: self-control, intention, and emotional stability. Today, you will learn 5 cold behaviors, not cruel, not harsh, but stoically calm, that instantly shift how others perceive you. Behaviors that protect your kindness instead of weakening it. The Stoics understood this long before modern psychology did. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the greatest power is to remain upright, unshaken, and free. Epictetus taught that a person who controls their reactions controls their destiny. And Seneca warned that the more you depend on the approval of others, the more you surrender your power. Respect, in their view, is not something you demand. It is something you command through presence, clarity, and inner stillness. These ancient ideas remain powerful today because human nature has not changed. People instinctively respect those who govern themselves. People instinctively follow those who appear anchored while everyone else is tossed around by emotion. With that in mind, here are the 5 behaviors that quietly create instant respect. Cold behavior 1, stop explaining yourself. When you make a decision, own it. The more you justify, the more you signal uncertainty. People can feel when you're trying to earn approval instead of standing in conviction. Confident individuals don't drown their choices in explanations. They deliver a clear yes or no, and they move forward. This doesn't mean being rude. It means trusting your own reasoning enough not to seek validation. When you stop over-explaining, people start listening to you differently. Your words feel heavier. Your presence feels stronger. Cold behavior 2, embrace silence. After someone disrespects you or tries to provoke a reaction, the instinct is to defend yourself, explain yourself, or fight for your dignity. But silence often protects your dignity better than words ever could. Silence forces the other person to confront their own behavior without giving them more fuel. It shows that you are not emotionally shaken and that you are not desperate to restore harmony. Stoic silence is not passive. It is deliberate. It communicates, your behavior speaks for you. My response speaks for me. And sometimes, quiet is what makes them realize they crossed a line. Before we continue, this is a good moment to invite you to subscribe to Stoic Spring. By joining, you build the habit of nurturing your inner peace and strengthening your emotional maturity every day. Cold behavior 3, never chase attention or validation. Not in relationships. Not in friendships. Not in business. When you chase, you tell the world that your worth depends on someone else's recognition. And the more you signal neediness, the less people value you. The Stoics taught that freedom begins when you stop placing your happiness in the hands of others. Desperation repels. Composure attracts. When you stop chasing, you shift from seeker to chooser. You move through the world with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they are enough, and suddenly, people notice what they once took for granted. Cold behavior 4, set boundaries without apology. Most people ruin their boundaries by justifying them excessively. I'm sorry, I'm just really busy. I hope this doesn't upset you, but... Boundaries wrapped in guilt don't communicate strength, they communicate fear. A simple, I'm not available for that, is a complete sentence. A boundary is not a negotiation. It is a declaration of what you allow emotionally, physically, and mentally. When you set boundaries with calm clarity, people immediately feel the difference. They may not always like it, but they will respect it. Cold behavior 5, show zero reaction to provocation. When someone tries to get under your skin, your calm becomes your shield. Emotional control is a signal of strength, and people instinctively respect it. The moment you react impulsively, you hand over your power. But when you remain composed, you send a message. You cannot manipulate me. You cannot move me. I am in control of myself. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that other people's actions are external, but his response is fully within his command. Neutrality in the face of provocation doesn't make you cold-hearted, it makes you self-mastered. Here's the truth they never teach you growing up. Warmth without strength is vulnerability. But warmth supported by strength becomes influence. Respect isn't earned through constant agreement or excessive friendliness. It's earned through consistency, composure, and the courage to hold your ground. Your kindness becomes more powerful when it is protected by boundaries. Your presence becomes more respected when it is rooted in stillness. And your life becomes calmer when you stop negotiating your value. If you master these behaviors, respect stops being something you chase and becomes something you naturally command. People treat you differently when they sense you cannot be shaken. And if you want to keep growing on this path of inner strength and emotional maturity, subscribe to Stoic Spring. Your life improves when you make caring for your inner peace a daily habit. Now tell me in the comments, which of these behaviors will you practice first?